Thank you. 7 weeks old.
It's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. I'm pro-vaccination. However, as a preschool teacher, I run into a lot of parents who aren't. So my question is, do you believe that people should be compelled by law to vaccinate themselves or their children?
So this is one of my more controversial positions. My answer is yes. The reason that my answer is yes is because the vaccination science is extraordinarily clear. Here is where I say my wife is a doctor. It is also true that all of the supposed links between, for example, vaccinations and autism are complete sheer nonsense. The person who originally put out those claims was forced to retract all of those claims. It just happens that autism happens to manifest about the same age that children are very often getting vaccinations, but correlation does not equal causation. The fact that we now see measles, which is a highly dangerous and highly contagious disease, being spread around schools is extraordinarily dangerous. There are certain, and when people argue about whether vaccinations should be compelled, after all, does it hurt anybody else? This is a question of externality. So as a conservative, I don't believe people should be compelled to do anything unless it causes externality to others. However, failing to vaccinate your kid does have externalities because herd immunity is necessary in order to protect people who can't actually protect themselves, kids who have cancer and can't get vaccinations, pregnant women who can't have vaccinations. So this is a really serious issue. With that said, should we always be looking to develop better forms of vaccines that, for example, have less of a rate of developing into Guillain-Barré syndrome, which can sometimes occur thanks to particular vaccine lines? Of course, we should always do better. But the rates of this are exorbitantly low, I mean extraordinarily low. And there's a reason that so many diseases that plagued humanity for legitimately tens of thousands of years legitimately disappeared from planet Earth as of about 50 or 60 years ago, once people realized what germ theory was and that vaccinations were actually effective. So I know there are a lot of folks who are upset with me actually about my vaccination position on this, but I do have a very strong vaccination position. And again, if it causes an externality not to vaccinate your kids, then it's a problem for you not to vaccinate your kids.